skin glows and it shines like glue. I'm pretty without you, pretty without you, pretty without you, pretty without you. I get my beauty sleep without you. No more nicotine turning my hands blue. I'm pretty without you, pretty without you, pretty without you. Feeling lonely was hard, but it was all for the better. Taking care of myself, haven't done that in forever. No mascara under my eyes since you left with your life. No makeup on my sleeve, now I can't keep it together. I'm so beautiful without you. Now my nails can grow and I bought new.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Gong Legacy Let's Play series. It's Friday morning and Reina has decided to take the day off work because you have seen what happened last night, and I don't think she is in any right frame of mind to go to work. Obviously The Sims doesn't stay a single emotion for too long, and also because she has the emotion bomb quirk. She actually cries and purges herself of emotions a lot faster than usual, but it doesn't matter. The fact is she hasn't heard from Inie and she still doesn't know what to do. She wants to make this work so bad, but she hasn't been able to find a way. So she's been very distraught and she doesn't even want to do her yoga and meditation and stuff. She feels very heavy and she feels like she's in a limbo right now. Like she doesn't really know when Inie is gonna call, and she can't focus on work because she's always checking her phone every once in a while. And at the same time, whenever she has like time to think, she's just thinking about like how are they supposed to move on from here on out. So as usual, she's just very distraught. And surprisingly, Reina has come up with the one to go chat with Xue Ting. I think her conversation with Guong about Xue Ting's plight has gotten her very concerned about her friend, or like former friend, and I think this means that she might actually want to go check up on Xue Ting to see how she's doing. Maybe she can give her a call and see if we can, you know, like drop by, visit and all that. So I think that's what she's gonna do today. Staying in this house doesn't do her any good. She hates being in this house right now, to be honest. And yeah, so she will find something to do outside the house. And in this case, it's going to be going to talk to Xue Ting. I think she's going to drop Guong a call as well to say that, okay, you know what, I'm going to go talk to your sister and see if I can, I guess it's kind of like her trying not to think about her own problems, trying to solve someone else's problems as well. So I'm going to get her to go call Guong first. She needs to let her best friend know what's happening, what's going on, what's going to happen, and also get the address for where Xue Ting stays as well, because Guong knows where Xue Ting stays. She's also preparing herself for the worst, I'd say, because we don't really know how Xue Ting is like right now. We haven't actually seen her ourselves, and by we I do mean Reina, because we've seen her. So Reina has only heard about how awful it is, so she's also going to go chat with Xue Ting now to let her know that, hey, I don't know if you want to hear from me or not, but I heard about your pregnancy and everything from your brother, and I thought, you know, why not catch up, see how you're doing. Like, she's gonna keep it very simple, very casual, nothing intrusive or anything, no judgment whatsoever. She just really wants to make sure that Xue Ting doesn't like close the door in her face, so she can, you know, go check up on Xue Ting. And Xue Ting on the phone, she definitely sounded a little bit more tired, but Reina doesn't really know why. Also a little bit defeated sounding, like she doesn't even sound that bright compared to how Xue Ting was previously when she knew her still. So I'm gonna get her to go get ready. What does she have to do? She's also kind of hungry as well. Maybe she can go bake something to bring over since she's going to Xue Ting's place. First of all, fill up her hunger first. So we still have some of those almond tofu in the fridge, so we're gonna get that for breakfast, and then we will get Reina to bake something. Maybe we'll do like a carrot cake. I think like Reina just feels really antsy and very restless being in this house. She doesn't feel like being in the house, but at the same time she's a responsible doctor and she's definitely in no state of mind to be taking care of patients and to be, you know, actually helpful in the hospital right now. So she's using one of her many vacation days available to just take a day off and just run away from work for a little bit. Definitely did not think that she would actually be going to meet Xue Ting today, but I guess that's what we're gonna be doing. I think like I'll just get her to complete the baking of this thing, and then I'll see you where Xue Ting lives. Right, we have arrived in Brichester where Xue Ting is staying with her current boyfriend and his friend actually, which I'm not sure if we're gonna meet or not, but no harm telling you guys that it's like a 3-people household. We're just gonna pretend that the house is not this big and it's just like one townhouse. Let's just knock on the door and go say hi to Xue Ting, or like just like, you know, announce our arrival. But yeah, you can see that's a little bit big, but actually it's not even that big. So like just pretend that entering one of these houses, like just one of these, is equivalent to seeing like whatever's inside here, okay? Like just so you can kind of figure out what's the proportions of things. So Reina's just standing at the doorway waiting for Xue Ting to come down from upstairs, like her room. Oh, there we go, that's Xue Ting. Okay, so that's very awkward. Oh my god, do you remember the last time this happened where Reina was at Xue Ting's door, next door? This is kind of like a flashback. They're like 2 very different people at this point. And I think Reina is having that kind of flashback on her own as well. This very flashback on her own. Feeling an uncanny sense of, okay, I think I've been here before in a similar feeling doorway with the mirror and everything. Well, anyways, we're going to get Reina to pull Xue Ting in for a hug, and obviously we're not going to remark on how tired she looks and the bruise on her face and how she looks so different from the last time she's seen Xue Ting. I think it's been months, if not like half a year, I'd say, since we moved into the new place and lost contact with Xue Ting. I'd say it's been a long time. I mean, obviously, like, she had a baby, so it should be 9 months, but because it's The Sims, we're just going to assume it's been like about, yeah, just more time than you think. This is not Xue Ting's boyfriend. That is, oh, Xue Ting, hello. Oh, hello. We did not see that. Oh, I wonder what's happening under this roof. I don't know, Reina has just been hit by this sudden like flirtiness between Xue Ting and her boyfriend's roommate, but well, there we go. We should just say hi because I think the roommate came out to ask like who's at the door, because that's kind of weird for Xue Ting to have someone come to their house in a sense. So yeah, but I think Reina's gonna just say hi, and we're really just here to try to talk to Xue Ting and see how she's doing. Also, I don't know how Reina is feeling about the situation, but I feel like she has like bigger problems to worry about other than running into the guy that almost assaulted her at the bar, at the club, way before. I think she didn't think that far. She just really wanted to solve her best friend's sister's problem, but I think she completely forgot about the fact that Xue Ting's boyfriend is the dude from the club. So I think this meeting is going to be quite tense if Guong, this guy, Guong is going to, you know, stay in the room. So we'll see how it goes. We won't be here for long, I'd say. But I think Reina is just being pleasant with the housemaid who's like talking to us at the entrance. But I think we're going to just like excuse ourselves right now and go upstairs. Oh, she's going to bump into Guong. I think he's pretending not to know her. I don't even know if he remembers who Reina is, to be honest. But Reina definitely still remembers who he is, especially because like she knows who Xue Ting's dating. As Xue Ting comes down the stairs, I'm gonna get Reina to just plonk her carrot cake awkwardly on this fridge right in the hallway. And she's gonna tell Xue Ting that there's like cake here, so, you know, she just baked something. And Reina will invite Xue Ting to sit down on this chair for a bit to ask how Xue Ting's doing. I think she's going to remark that Xue Ting is no longer pregnant, and she's like, oh, you had your baby? And Xue Ting's like, yeah, she's right in the next room actually. Do you want me to show it to you? And Reina's like, maybe after this cake we can go see her if you don't mind. We'll have a deep conversation, just asking her genuinely how she's doing and what she's doing right now. And she's like, oh, I run shifts at the local general store. Most of my time I'm just spending at home maintaining this house and taking care of the baby right now. She also mentioned that she dropped out of university, but we already knew that from Guong. So yeah, these two are having quite a civil conversation, all things considered, but Reina really isn't trying to, you know, like come with like lots of judgment and stuff. But I'm definitely going to have Xue Ting come and show off her baby to Reina right now. This is probably going to be very sweet. Let's not comment on the fact that the baby's kind of just chucked in a corner of the room, but I guess this is Xue Ting showing Reina the baby. We haven't decided on a name for the baby yet. I need to wait for it to become a infant first before I even give the baby a name. So let's just like say it's a nameless baby, but Reina has learned the name. I myself don't even know what the name is yet. And Reina's gonna be like, oh my goodness, can I talk to the baby? Because Reina likes children. So we're gonna go Fu and talk to the baby. Reina hasn't actually talked to any babies before, so I think this is very exciting for her. She feels like a little aunt, even though she's not very close to Xue Ting at all. Reina was about to go talk to Xue Ting, but Guan Ying has actually come up to Xue Ting and they're arguing. Let's ignore the fact that they're arguing through the wall. That's kind of weird. But they are. Guan Ying just came over to pick a fight with Xue Ting. I mean, all of us already know that it's definitely not all sunshine and butterflies with these two, but Reina didn't actually expect to witness, not that she's looking, but like witness these two actually getting into an argument. But I think like the contents of the argument is more like, why are you bringing someone over here? Like, why is she in our room? And like she's touching our baby and all that. And obviously Guan Ying doesn't remember Reina at all. It's just like talking about like really nonsensical things, and Reina is sick. Reina is feeling, oh no, Reina. Reina's really not doing very good, physically as well as mentally. Emotionally, it's horrible. And she's going to come here and try to stand up for Xue Ting because she can't stand this guy. She doesn't feel like she should be inserting herself into this situation, but I feel like she just feels like she cannot stay a neutral eyewitness and party towards the situation. I don't know how Reina feels about him. I feel like Reina just like remembers that night, but nothing ever really happened, and now she knows that he's a horrible person anyways. So she's going to shout forbidden words at Guan Ying and also yell at him. Oh no, he just walked away actually. So like he got shoved by Reina. So he went back to kind of like pick a bone with Xue Ting, being like, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is, but she has to go. So I think Guan Ying is going to kind of like threaten to throw Reina out of the house if Xue Ting doesn't ask her a friend to leave on her own. So Xue Ting's like, okay, I will. So let's just say that Xue Ting has already told Reina like, I think you should go. With an apologetic smile and a little bit of like shame in her eyes because she didn't really want anyone else to see her like this or see them fighting, because like although she entered this relationship thinking that it was like the most perfect thing, it's already been pretty obvious even to Xue Ting that it's not the paradise that she thought of initially. So yeah, these two are going to do their couple things now. I'm gonna let them. I haven't pointed it out to you guys yet, but these people, Guan Ying and Xue Ting, actually has not the best relationship. Kind of like the hot and cold sort of relationship. They're not friends at all, but the romance is pretty high. So they have one of those relationships, like one of those very toxic relationships. It's a very complicated situation over here. And Reina has gotten kind of like a front row seat to observe like what is happening between these two people and the poor baby that has been born from this union. And she's like, okay, yeah, I guess I should go. Once Reina got home, she got her medicine in her body, and then now she feels a lot better now. And she's gonna go take care of her needs. And after she's done taking care of her needs, she's going to go call Guong, and she's going to ask him to meet somewhere. Not at home though, because she doesn't really like the idea of being at home for too long. So I'm gonna get her to meet Guosong somewhere, like in a cafe or something. We'll see where we want to go, just so that Reina can fill Guosong in on everything that has happened so far. We're just gonna give it a little bit more time because Reina's like, Guosong probably has work anyway, so we're gonna wait until like 6-ish before we call to ask Guosong to go out with us. So I'm gonna see you when we meet up with Guosong. Okay, these two are at the bar that Reina usually likes to go to have a drink, and Reina is going to fill Guosong in on the situation. Reina has opted for a lot of like more laxer clothing because like recently I can definitely say that she doesn't really have as much will to dress up. Like even like last night she chose to order takeaway rather than cook for herself. It is what it is. She's just really sad and she's trying to help someone else instead of feeling sorry for herself and think or like ruminate about her own situation. So she's going to come here and do a deep conversation with Guosong. She's just going to talk about everything that she's seen while visiting Xue Ting, and also like to tell him that his nephew is doing pretty well. I think Guosong is going to be worried about his sister and hearing news about how they are kind of like arguing a lot and he wasn't hallucinating the whole bruises on the face and everything. It makes him worry, but at the same time he knows that there's nothing much he can really do about it. Like I think he would love to intervene, but I don't know, I feel like it's a very difficult situation. Like I think like the very obvious choice for us as like onlookers is to have them intervene because toxic relationships shouldn't be encouraged or like tolerated. We're just gonna ignore the fact that they're so overexposed. Oh, this drives me insane every single time. But considering the way that cards are dealt, I don't think these two think that they have a lot of power to intervene and to correct the situation. So we're going to have to just like see as it goes, and if it really becomes like way too much, or if Xue Ting comes to realize that she wants out, Guosong's definitely going to be there for her, and Reina is going to try to be there for her as well. Regardless of how much they're no longer like really close friends, they are still friends, and Reina will never like turn her back on someone in need. So yeah, that's like the situation, and that's what Reina has been like talking to Guosong all night about. This place is really bright, and we're just gonna say that because Reina is getting a little drunk and it's giving her a headache, so Reina's gonna be like, do you want to like just go? It's also getting a little bit horribly noisy around here, and I'm like kind of done with like talking to you about what we want to talk about. Obviously these two can talk about anything for ages, and she's honestly still grabbing onto her drink, but I just really want her to get out of that horrible blinding light. One day I'll fix the lighting because it's horrible. There's too much lighting for my reshade. But yeah, she's finishing up a drink outside the establishment. Guosong's already drunk, fair, and she's wasted. Reina is horribly wasted. Okay, good morning. Reina is very hungover. After that couple of drinks with Guosong, she is really in need of fun, and she's also a little hungry. Let's just see if there's anything leftovers in the fridge. There is one more serving of the almond tofu, so she's eating that. I don't know what we're gonna do for fun because she doesn't want to do any of the things that she tends to want to do. She wants to chat with someone and make a new friend, have some fun. I wonder what is fun for her that doesn't require her to be kind of like mindful or well. Maybe we could do a swim. She does have somewhere to go later, but before we go we will do this because I don't think we have to be there so early. Oh, she's immediately happy and her fun is going up, so that's good. It is actually the last day of winter, so tomorrow it's gonna be spring. Technically I think it's New Year's Eve. I can't remember what happened to New Year's Eve as a holiday. I might have taken that away. So if we don't have New Year's Eve, it's fine, we don't need to celebrate it. Okay, since she's feeling cold, I'm gonna get her. She's very uncomfortable because she's feeling chilled and also hungover. We will be leaving to go out soon. Maybe we'll get her to warm herself up by the fire here. But yeah, it is like New Year's Eve, but we don't need to celebrate it as a holiday, but it is New Year's Eve. So if we do want to go out for drinks or like countdown or something, I guess we can do it on our own. I will most likely forget about it and not gonna lie. But yeah, so actually Reina's plans for today is to go meet up with Xiang and Dan Hong because they are actually moving into their new apartment today. They moved in together recently and they want her to go over to see like the apartment. And of course, since it's her brother and best friend asking her to go, she's definitely going to go. With that said, it is almost lunchtime, so I think we're just gonna pop over to Samaishuno and meet up with her brother and Dan Hong. Okie dokie, we're here at one of the Hakim places. You can see that Xiang and Dan Hong and Xiao Yu is here too. The whole girlfriend group is here, and we're gonna have everyone just like come here together. Okay, so as you can see, this apartment is still really empty, but this is where Dan Hong and Xiang is going to move in to, and Dan Hong really wanted to have the girls like come here to see the place, and we're going to hug both our brother and our best friend and pretty much like say congratulations for the next step. They're already engaged, so they have decided to move in together and get that sorted out before they actually go through with like the weddings. I love that Xiang's like following Dan Hong everywhere. These two are so cute. Not them sneaking out to do a small little cute makeout session while their guests are still in the apartment. But yeah, so I think like we haven't actually caught up with Xiao Yu since the last time when we were announcing both of our engagements, so we're gonna banter with old friend. They are slow dancing. I was like, these two want their own time. I mean, like there's nothing much they can do, and also like I think Wei Xiang's feeling really cold because this apartment is not well renovated yet, so it's also really bare. We're not gonna be staying here for long. Dan Hong and Wei Xiang really wanted to just show Reina and Xiao Yu where they will be living and all that. We'll congratulate them on their engagement again. I don't know, I'm very happy for these two. They're like such a stellar couple. Reina hasn't actually told any of them about her situation with Inie yet. She doesn't really want to be in Samaishuno, not gonna lie, but because she's in a different neighborhood, she's okay. She doesn't really know how to face Inie yet, so she's kind of like tipping toes around the place, like looking around, looking over her shoulder, making sure that she doesn't run into Inie, because like she doesn't. Oh my god, these two are so flirty together. But yeah, Reina doesn't really know what to do still, but she has like friends, she has obligations here and there, and she's not gonna say no to seeing her loved one's new place. It's also an awkward encounter right now because they are both really very flirty towards each other, and Xiao Yu is nowhere to be found. Xiao Yu is just singing in the bathroom right now. She's such a dreamer, and like I don't know, she's always in her own world. Xiao Yu, I think like she's really cute. Even in school, she's always been like that. Xiang's just here like, I'm super cold, do you want to go somewhere else? I think I'm gonna get everybody to go somewhere else for a drink or two. Okay, we're back at the ghetto because this restaurant is literally in the other building from where this couple is now staying, so we got a table. Apparently Xiao Yu is not here. Xiao Yu might have gone off to do like some projects or something because she's still in another semester, so maybe she's busy, so I guess it's just the three of us, even though I did invite Xiao Yu. So we're just going to order while the couple serenades to each other. They're so in love, I swear. Let's get everyone a little bit of something. Reina is going to get herself a red wine. I think she's like in her alcoholic phase. Maybe Wei Xiang would want a gummy bear freak shake just like Dan Hong does. And Reina is going to go order I don't know. I mean, the tradition here is always to go for like the dessert for the girls, but since it's not really like a girls' day out, Reina went for some grilled oyster to go with her red wine. Though I don't really know if like red wine and grilled oyster goes well together, but who knows. So I think like the couple's just gonna get the same thing because they're cute like that. So Dan Hong's placing the order, and honestly we're just spending some time with this cute little couple. Our best friend and our brother, and we're just going to have some deep conversations, ask them about like how's the wedding planning going, and they're like, we haven't actually started much of the planning, but the parents have met and they've talked about stuff. So Dan Hong's parents and Wei Xiang's parents, so Wei Xiang and Reina's parents have met to speak about like the details of getting married, I guess, the contents of which usually involves like talking about the gifts that are going to be exchanged before the actual ceremony, and like the traditions that both sides of the family treasure and wants to have happened, I guess. We have bills to pay, so I think like we should just go pay the bills first. We got a notification and we're like, oh shit, we forgot to pay the bills, so let's go pay the bills. We do have to also do the 10k thing. I think this is our 4th time. I might be mistaken, but I'm like just fingers crossed it's our 4th time paying off 10k to our parents. Honestly, I should be going back to check, but I have not. We might just have to go off like just my memory until I'm happy with how much money we've paid off. So yeah, another 10k gone back to our parents. Anyways, the food came really fast. Dan Hong's actual meal's not here. I'm assuming it's because the handle is like super close to her or something. I don't really know, but well, at least like we got some food to eat, so I'm not really too fussed about it. Rina has been able to keep like a very neutral, pleasant, happy visage the entire time, like expressions and all that. As you can see, she's not wearing any makeup. Her hair is like barely brushed. She's not really like dressed to the nines like she usually does when she goes out to places like this. But honestly, she doesn't really have the energy to. She doesn't have the want, I guess, to look good for anything right now when she's so worried about her own situation, though she's not really talking about it with her loved ones. But hopefully one day she can talk about it. But she's just holding out hope that it's still going to be I just realized that she hasn't touched her food at all. Maybe she's just really in a confused state. I think she's so focused on trying to be normal that she's kind of giving it away that she's not normal. But I don't know, I feel like the couple is too wrapped up in their bliss to really notice anything about her being abnormal or anything like that. So anyways, we're gonna just end the meal and pay, and we're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna treat you to this meal like it's a congratulatory thing. I just really wanted to congratulate you on, you know, becoming engaged, and you guys look so happy. They are so happy together. Look at them. I wonder how they're doing. I know that Dan Hong has graduated and she's already entered the investor career, I think so. And then Wei Xiang obviously is doing really well in his own startup. Wei Xiang moved out of his Dalso Valley home now that he doesn't really have to be in Dalso Valley to do his startup anymore. Like his business partner is living in that house that he used to live in. He just like kind of moved back to San Myshuno because that's where Dan Hong wants to be closer to where her offices are, because like she works and lives in San Myshuno, and you know, Wei Xiang's family is also in San Myshuno, so he just like decided to move back. So now that we are ended with this meal, we're going to go home. Maybe we'll just take a walk actually. Okay, so it's snowing really heavily and actually it's blizzarding, so I'm not sure how much of a walk she can actually do, but she is going for a walk. I'm not sure why she gets into this outfit when she walks, but a walk she shall do for a bit because she doesn't want to go home. She doesn't really know what to do. She has had enough of drinking for a while. She just recovered from a hangover, honestly, and so just taking a walk in the snow, too numb to feel the snow and the cold. And I think her mind is running through the past few days and thinking about how she has seen I don't know, ironically or what, but she's seen Xue Ting's plight, which is like a relationship. Oh, she's done with her walk. Okay, but yeah, she's seen like Xue Ting's plight, and also she has witnessed the bliss of her brother and her best friend's kind of like union together. And I feel like she's just thinking about how like, wow, relationships can be so different, and here I am with my own troubles in my own relationship as well. My relationship is definitely not as bad as Xue Ting's one. Since I want to talk and she doesn't want to go home, I'm going to have her go to the art gallery, but it's not going to be the original building, so I'll just plonk something down and we'll just like talk while she views art in the gallery, because she doesn't really do that much, but she wants to get out of the snow, but she doesn't want to go home. So with that in mind, we're just going to see you at the art gallery in a bit. Okie dokie, we're here. We just walked over to the art center. This is made by Plumbob Kingdom, one of the best builders in this game, honestly. But yeah, so Reina's just going to walk in and view some art while we talk, to be honest, because there's nothing else. There's nothing else to do and she wants to get out of the snow. But yeah, like I was saying, since we're here now, Reina is thinking about how like she doesn't really know how to help Xue Ting, but at the same time she's also really very happy about her brother and her best friend, and she is also feeling really shitty about her own situation. No other ways to put it, honestly. Like there's so much emotions roiling under the surface, and she's never felt more horrible, and honestly her brain just wants to stop thinking about how she can help the situation. She loves Inie and she keeps thinking about how, oh my god, I love Inie so much. I want us to be happy like my brother and Dan Hong, but currently we're not happy at all. But at the same time, she's like, oh, but we're not like Xue Ting and the dude though. Like, we're not as bad as those two. So honestly, like, I recognize wanting to leave a relationship if things are as bad as Xue Ting's situation, but if it's not worse than Xue Ting's situation, then is it really something that I shouldn't fight for anymore? I've been fighting for it for so long. I've been trying to have my thoughts be heard. I've been trying to get him to see things my way. Reina doesn't want to give in because she feels like if she does give in, it feels as if like she's betraying herself, because she loves her friends and her friends are just as important as Inie is to her. Inie was a friend before he became more than that. She's always felt like it's immensely unfair if she were to just like stop being friends with some of her friends just because Inie says not to be friends with them, because he himself can't trust her around the friends, or like he feels uncomfortable with the friends and stuff. I think Reina is about as irritated at herself as we might be at her soon, or rather, I don't know, I feel like I've been just mentioning the same thing over and over again of how like she just doesn't know what to do and she doesn't want to give up her friends and she wants to make Inie happy, but she can't make Inie happy without making herself sad. So she is just trapped in this cycle. She can't break out of it and she's just thinking about how like they could be so much more, they could be so happy, but at the same time she's not that happy. She's lost, she's sad, but she's not physically hurt. She's not in an abusive relationship in that way. Okay, Reina has finished her second drink and now she's drunk, and I feel like because she's still in Senmai, I'm gonna get her to come out here into the snow again because she needs to take a seat and take in some fresh air, and I think she's just going to think about stuff a little bit more. It's the same things that she's thinking about. It is blizzarding. But I think she's going to call Inie because she misses him a lot and she honestly don't know what to do, and he hasn't called back, mind that. She wanted Inie to call first because she doesn't know what to say to him, but she's like calling now. She's like, hey, how are you? I think like on the other side, Inie is still sounding a little bit reserved, cold, sad. The conversation is stunted and it's kind of awkward and neither of them know really what to say to each other, and Reina's heart is breaking at their situation and she's like, I miss you. I'm in San Shino right now. Would you want to like meet somewhere? I could walk over to your apartment. So I guess Inie's like, yeah, sure, I can go over to the art center if that's where you're at, and Reina's like, okay, I guess I'll wait here then. And she's like drunk and dizzy and like just sitting there thinking about stuff. Her head in a loop. She doesn't know how to get out of it. She's just gonna sit here and wait for Inie to turn up, and Inie is just walking up to us right now actually, and he stands there like, yeah, I'm here, so what do you want? Reina is feeling really lustful right now from being drunk, and she's just gonna go over and like give Inie a kiss, blow him a kiss. He's really tense right now, oh goodness. I mean, these two do really love each other, you know what I mean? But there are so many unspoken things between them and they just don't know how to talk about it. You can tell that Inie's hair is like down right now. I think he left his house and he was already like going to bed, but he just threw on something to come out to meet Reina. And he's already starting to be mean to her. It's like, how much were you drinking? You stink of alcohol. What are you doing in this part of San Shino in the middle of the night? Stinking drunk. And you asked me out here to do what? You haven't called me in a few days, asking me to come out here as if like I have nothing better to do than to see you in this state. He's just like really surprised, I guess, to see Reina so drunk because she's never been so drunk. He doesn't really know how to process his worry on top of still feeling really horrible about the situation, in a sense that he also doesn't really know how to like get past this, and he's still really upset about their arguments. Honestly, he's not really being a very nice person right now. It's like, you're not even gonna say I'm sorry to me, you're not even gonna apologize for what happened the last few days. And Reina's just like, I really don't know what you want me to apologize about. Like, what is your problem? Like, can't I just call my boyfriend out because I miss him? Aren't you supposed to be there for me when I want to see you? Aren't you supposed to want to come to me if I need you? Why are you being like this? Aren't we still together? This is breaking my heart. Also, like, I would like to note that Inie doesn't really need my help to feel tense around Reina. Reina's just going to be sad. She's gonna insult him a little bit. She's like, and you call yourself a good boyfriend. Like, I know we have this so okay with being independent thing going on, but like, can't I just need you once in a while? And also, like, even though we are arguing right now, it doesn't mean that I don't love you and I don't want to see you and I don't miss you. So now he's really angry because like we've been talking back to him as well. It's like, how dare you talk back to me? Like, what do you want me to do? I'm just like, I'm here and right now. It's like 3:30 a.m. and we're arguing outside an art center. What more do you want from me? And Reina's gonna be super surprised because like I think like his rudeness just went up a notch. Sir, you're not supposed to be here. We're doing a lover's spat right now. I think she's very angry underneath it all and she really has to pee, which is probably really uncomfortable. But because of the alcohol, it's giving her a lot of confidence to face whatever this is right now. So she's going to shout some forbidden words at Inie. We'll brush him off as well. I'm just going to say that they've been here screaming at each other for like 30 minutes, not really like 4 hours. Inie's not showing any signs of becoming more friendly. Like if anything, he's gone from like bored to tense to really tense to now very angry, and he really doesn't need our help to become so angry. He's just being really mean and he's yelling back and we're trying to defend ourselves and we're yelling and he's like, you don't understand my boundaries, why should I respect yours if you don't respect mine? And Reina's like, I've already given in so much to your boundaries, your so-called boundaries. I've done all I can to make you happy the entire time we've been together. Why can't you just like be happy for me and like the things that we do? I don't want to talk about this anymore. I've said everything that I want to say about the situation and you've never changed your mind. Inie is going to cut in and say like, yeah, but you don't change your mind as well. Like, why would I want to change my mind if you don't change your mind? And both of them, oh my god, Black, please. Why will I change my mind for someone who wouldn't even like do things to make me happy? All I want is for you to not have such a close relationship with your guy friends. Don't you have girlfriends? Reina is absolutely feeling super enraged and it's an aggravating conversation and it's a no-win scenario. This is absolutely true. It is absolutely no-win scenario. From both sides losing an argument, why can't they understand no amount of logic and passion could move your foe? No amount of explanation can move Inie from his point of view, and Reina refuses to move from her point of view as well. So she's so angry, she's so hurt. Inie is no far off. He's really very angry as well and is very aggravated by the situation. So Reina is going to chew him out and then Reina is also going to insult his face. It's just like, I really don't get it. I just like, who are you? You're not who I thought you were. When were you such a horrible, possessive, territorial guy? Like the Inie I knew from like when we were younger, from like when we were in school. You were so nice and gentlemanly and you were understanding of what happened. And Inie would say, that's like in the past. You should know by now that I'm like someone different. You're different as well. You're not the same girl that I've met and I've never said anything different about you, have I? Why do you expect me to be the same? And she's like, why would you want to be like this? What's wrong with being like nice and kind and understanding? Like, why do you need to be such a unmovable dick about me having friends? Like, why do you have to control my life? I can't see a way out of this situation because you just keep on controlling my life. Like, you just keep on wanting me to either choose you or my friends, and like I can't do that. Like, how is it that every time we get into a fight, I'm the one who has to call you back? You just don't call me for like a few days. I'm always the one giving in. I'm always the one calling you to say sorry and I miss you and everything. And these two are disagreeing so much that I think Reina being so angry, so enraged, I think she's just going to say it. She's going to be like, you know what, since we can't be moved from this subject, we might as well break up. Like, I can't do this anymore. So these two has broken off their engagement and they've broken up. But now that Inie is really tense about the situation and he's like, so you're just gonna call it off, you're not gonna even like fight for us? And she's like, I have tried to fight for so long. You're the one who hasn't been trying. Reina's really angry because Inie is still relentlessly just screaming at her and being like, you don't know what you're losing. You're really just calling the engagement off. How am I ever going to explain to my mom? I told her. And we're like, it's over. I'm so sorry, it's over. I'm not going to get married to you if you can't even like stay a good partner to me. I won't have a life if I have to renounce my friendship just to keep mine with you. Speaking of, I don't even know if I want to be friends with you anymore. Like, she's going to denounce her friendship with Inie as well because she's so angry right now. She's like, you're not even someone I know anymore. I don't even know who you are anymore. I don't even know how I can continue being friends with someone so selfish like you. Like, I don't know what changed you. I thought we would have more time to fill in the blanks for like the years that have passed, for everything that has happened in the time that we have like not been together. I can't even do that anymore. I can't even see myself doing that. I don't want to know why you've become like that. You have gotten me living in an absolute hell, and like I can't even recognize myself when I look into the mirror. Like, you've changed me into a person that I don't even know. You don't even know what you've done to me. I hate how I look in the mirror because of how you make me feel. And I am over it. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want us to talk anymore. Rina is feeling absolutely super horrible, super sad. She just sits here thinking about what she's done. Calling off their engagement, breaking up with him, not even wanting to be his friend anymore. She doesn't know if she is going to regret the situation or like her decision. At this point, I don't think she regrets it, but she kind of feels a very heavy like, what have I done? So she's feeling absolutely horrible right now. She has broken up and she has had her first permanent separation from life event, her first breakup ever. Yeah, she lost someone, she lost a really good friend, she lost the person she thought she was gonna marry since she was pretty young. She lost everything in one night, one drunken night, but she honestly, if she's honest to herself, and she is, this has been coming for a long time now. And she's not even as surprised that it has gotten to this point. She won't be able to make the trip back to her house in Evergreen Harbour, but thankfully her parents do stay around in Semi-Shino as well. Okay, Reina is back home. She just kind of like snuck into the house. Her parents are at home, but she just kind of like avoided them. So I don't know if they know that she's home, but she doesn't really want to talk to anyone right now. She's just going to be crying. She's just feeling very horrible. Honestly, she wants to sleep, she's so tired, but she's also feeling super sad. That was a horrible way to break up with someone. Like, she can't even like stay friends with someone who's like that. Reina is heartbroken to finally like kind of remove her rose-tinted glasses about who Inie is as a person. She's always had these rose-tinted glasses on as she dated Inie, as she fell in love with Inie. She's always thought of him as the boy that she grew up loving, she grew up wanting to get married to. So to have that taken away from her, she feels absolutely horrible. She feels like she's just lost a part of herself. She's lost a piece of that little girl that she's held on to so tightly. The dream that she thought was going to become a reality has become something that will never ever happen. And she is super sorry for herself. She's just feeling super bad, and no one can blame her. So she's just going to go to sleep now that she's done with her emotional breakdown. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next video, and we'll see how Reina progresses from here on. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave you here. I'm like about to cry. This is very highly emotional for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in my next one. Take care, guys. Goodbye.
Even if the tears come streaming down your face, it's gonna be okay. What if you turn around and look at me? Then you'll see my love's for real. Just take a walk and I'll join you. Leave a trace and I follow. Make a wish and I make